What is up, guys, and welcome back. So, in this episode, we'll be talking about Web 3.0. So, maybe a buzzword that a lot of you all have been hearing, especially in the cryptocurrency world, talking about Web 3.0. But I feel like a lot of people really don't know what Web 3.0 is. So, I'm going to give you a small little introduction to Web 3.0. So, Web 3.0 is coming. Um, and this is just basically going to be a small overview of some of the things and early pioneers and history of Web 2.0 and 1.0. So on here it just says definition. What is Web 3.0? Web 3.0 is upcoming third generation of the internet where websites and apps will be able to process information in a smart human-like way through technologies like machine learning and big data. So machine learning is definitely something that a lot of people may not have heard from. It's kind of like sort of like artificial intelligence, but it's basically an algorithm that helps a certain system to learn patterns and behaviors that people use to help your web experience become better. So as Web 3.0 networks will operate through decentralized protocols, the founding blocks of the blockchain and cryptocurrency technology, we can expect to see strong convergence of the symbiotic relationship between these three technologies and other fields. Uh, they will be inoperable, seamlessly integrated, automated through smart contracts, and use uh, to power anything from microtransactions in Africa, censorship, resistance, P2P data, which P2P is peer-to-peer data. So, like if you're lending something to somebody, let's say you wanted to share, different data or lend somebody money instead of going to a bank. That's basically peer to peer. And sharing with applications like Filecoin, which is actually one of the cryptocurrencies that is in the Web 3.0 space to completely change everything or change every company conduct and operate their business. There are currently a slew of DeFi protocols, they're just the tip of the iceberg. So, this is talking about Web 3.0 technologies. There are a few details that we need to keep in mind when looking into Web 3.0 tech. First of all, the concept isn't new. So, some history back on here. Jeffrey Zeldman was one of the early developers of Web 1.0 and 2.0 applications, had written a blog post putting his support behind Web 3.0 back in 2006, but talks around the topic had begun as early as 2001. So it's not a new term, Web, you know, 3.0. I just feel like as cryptocurrency has began to shape up a little bit more, Web 3.0 has kind of been thrown out there, but there are so many different terms in the cryptocurrency community. Um, Web 3.0 is just like a subset. That's one way you can look at it. And so history, you have Web 1.0, which began in 1989 to 2005. Web 1.0, also called static web, was the first and most reliable internet in the 1990s, despite only offering access to limited information with little to no user interaction. Back in the day, creating user pages or even commenting on articles weren't a thing. So basically, you just had a page, and that page just gave you just raw information. So it's kind of like reading a book, but the book was the internet. So each page, once it was created, was just that page. There was no, interfacing to it. There was no more information you could gather rather than just looking at that one page. Now we're currently in Web 2.0, which started in 2005, and is currently going on now, which is the social web or Web 2.0. Made the internet a lot more interactive thanks to advancements in web technologies like JavaScript, HTML5, CSS3, etc., which enable startups to build interactive web platforms such as YouTube, Facebook, Wikipedia, and more. And you can see just those three different things, all the things you can do on there. You can comment, you can share, like and dislike. It's its whole ecosystem kind of built into those three different platforms, and each one of those are different in their own way. So, ultimately giving the users more information is ultimately what they're trying to do. This paved the way for both social networks and user generated content production to flourish since data can now be distributed and shared between various platforms and applications. The set of tools in the internet era was pioneered by web innovators like Jeffrey Zeldman. So now we have Web 3.0, which is yet to come. It's on its way. Web 3.0 is the next stage of the web evolution that would make the internet more intelligent and process information with near human like intelligence through the power of AI systems, which stands for artificial intelligence, that could run smart programs to assist users. Tim Berners-Lee had said that semantic web is meant to automatically interface with systems, people, and home devices. As such, content creation and decision making process would involve both human and machine. So basically, integrating humans and machines together makes Web 3.0. So you've seen kind of the growth of smart devices. You may have a smart home security system, which uses different technology, but this is kind of like integrating everything together to be just one Web 3.0 system. So uh, the different features or key features to look at for Web 3.0. You have ubiquity. Ubiquity means being or having capacity to be everywhere, especially at the same time. In other words, omnipresent. So uh, basically, Web 3.0 is going to be everywhere. Whatever you need to look at, you could go to Web 3.0 because there's a Web 3.0 feature around you. So it's kind of like encompassing everything. That's kind of why they have a push for having internet for everyone. So that's having Web 2.0 for everyone, but Web 3.0, which will build up on that, means that anything you need to access, whether it's something in the metaverse or something, where you're currently located, you could access it. So that's kind of the ubiquity. Semantic web. Semantic web is a study of the relationship between words. And so on here, just has an example to practice how this would look. Let's take you two sentences. For instance, I love Bitcoin, I heart Bitcoin. So their syntax may be different, but their semantics are pretty much the same, since semantics only deals with the meaning or emotion of the content. So this is kind of the difference between, if you looked at kind of text community and text culture. Text kind of went from, way back in the day where you began texting, you typed out all of the words to everything, and then you may have found some slang words, and then started using some acronyms to mean things like, LOL. Now it's kind of, mixed how people text. Some people may use just GIFs, and that one GIF or GIF, you may say, means the whole phrase itself, or you may use just emojis. Usually people use emojis instead of using actual text words, but they have the same meaning. So this is kind of what semantic means. And then artificial intelligence is pretty self-explanatory, but Wikipedia defines AI as intelligence demonstrated by machines. So artificial intelligence is going to be helping to navigate you through Web 3.0. And then you have spatial web and 3D graphics. Some futurists also call Web 3.0 a spatial web, as it aims to blur the line between physical and digital by revolutionizing graphics technology, bringing into clear focus 3D virtual worlds. And you'll see that also in some of the metaverse projects that are out there. And then this is talking about Web 3.0 applications. And so some Web3, a common requirement for Web 3.0 applications is the ability to um, digest large scale information, to turn it into turn into factual knowledge and useful executions for users. With that being said, these applications are still at the early stages, which means that they have a lot of room for improvement and a far cry from how Web 3.0 apps could potentially function. Some of the companies that are building or have products that are transforming into Internet 3.0 applications are Amazon, Apple, and Google. Two examples of applications that utilize utilize Web 3.0 technologies are Siri and Wolfram Alpha. So people may not be familiar with what Wolfram Alpha is, but Wolfram Alpha, I encourage everybody to go look it at. But Siri, majority of people know what Siri is. Almost everyone has an iPhone in this day and age, or if you don't have one, you know of what an iPhone is. So how iPhone and Siri uses AI for like assistance. You'll have Amazon Alexa. For Samsung, you have Bixby and things of that nature to help you learn your schedule, book your appointments, learn your different routes with the Google side of it. So if you're going somewhere, if you frequent there often, you may have Google already pull it up on your maps. So this is kind of how Web 3.0 is going to help uh, be integrated into your everyday world. So going into Web 3.0, there are some crypto that are out there that are already beginning to set up kind of the basis for Web 3.0. The first one on here that I want to talk about is Chainlink. Chainlink is available on Coinbase. So Coinbase being one of the most popular ways to buy cryptocurrency. It's currently, at the time of recording, $25.07 or 6 cents. And it has been fluctuating quite a bit. But I think Chainlink is a great project. Overall, we still are in a little bit of a bearish downward trend, on here for the market. It is an ERC20 token, so if you do have some Ethereum in your wallet, you can convert over. And this is on Masari, by the way, so make sure you guys go check out Masari. It's a great place to go and look at different cryptocurrencies, give you tons of information for doing some chart analysis. So going to their main page on here, Chainlink's main page, we can see securely connect smart contracts with off-chain data and services. This is something that's going to be crucial when it comes to doing smart contracts. So smart contracts is basically how the blockchains basically talk to each other, or how you can get information from one place to another. You make a smart contract. So if you ever buy NFT or you've ever done a transaction, it basically initiates a smart contract. So if you go and let's say you want to buy NFT of something, like let's say you want to buy NFT of a piece of land in Decentraland or something like that, it'll initiate a smart contract. That smart contract will be made in your wallet. Chainlink is to help secure those contracts, basically. So on here it says smart build your hybrid smart contract with Chainlink, and highly secure, flexible infrastructure, reliable, tamper-proof network, use decentralization, trusted nodes, premium data, and cryptographic proofs to connect highly accurate and available data slash APIs to any smart contract. Seamless connection to any API, proven ready-made solutions, and secure off-chain computation. The secure off-chain computation, I think, is going to be a very big key to get a lot of these contracts through, because smart contracts, I think, are here to stay as well. So what is Chainlink? The industry standard Oracle network. Chainlink greatly expands the capabilities of smart contracts by enabling access to real-world data and off-chain computation while maintaining the security and reliability guarantees inherent to blockchain technology. And so on here, these are some of the future smart contracts on here. There's just people talking about it. You have the CEO, CTO, CEO, founder, and then another CEO of a different company. So this is the CEO of Aave. You have the CEO of Celsius on here just giving statements about Chainlink. And so on here talks about open source development and growing ecosystem of users. On here it says become a data provider, sell your data to Chainlink. Data providers can sell data through their existing APIs to the Chainlink network in less than an hour. Chainlink abstracts away all the complexities around running nodes and handling cryptocurrency payments, allowing data providers to monetize their existing infrastructure and follow solely on providing quality data. So these are some of the leading providers, some popular sites on here like CoinGecko, Crypto Compare, and Keiko being some of the most popular ones, as well as Binance. And so these are some very reputable sources on here, and they're just talking about how you can sell. your data through Chainlink. So on here it talks about becoming a node operator, which is something important. Make sure you guys go look up nodes. On here you have some supported leading node operators. You have T-Mobile on here, which they're saying is T-Systems, but essentially T-Mobile. You have Stakefish, Chorus, and some others on here. So it says operate a Chainlink node. Chainlink node operators are the backbone of the Chainlink network, running and maintaining Oracle infrastructure that ensures smart contracts across every blockchain have secure access to the highest quality of real world data. So, this is definitely something important. Being a part of the Chainlink node, you help the smart contracts go through. And that is something that is very crucial, especially when doing different transactions. You need your transaction to go through. So, becoming a part of the node helps to push the network through. So basically, looking at Web 3.0, majority of the coins you're going to see are you yourself, the person who um, is operating this being a node. So speaking of nodes on here, let's go to the next coin, and the last one on the list that I'll talk about, which is Helium. Helium is decentralized wireless network. These are their current ratings. They are pretty positive as well, but they focus on IoT. So IoT is being the Internet of Things, and as far as mining is concerned, or collecting a lot of different data. Helium was one of the bigger ones, or one of the more popular ones that was out there that started to talk about. Going on to making a node network. So going to their main page, one of the things when people talk about getting into mining, or one of the first ones that I saw was, hey, you can mine by becoming a node on the Helium network. So you can get in these different devices. I've seen a lot of reviews for all of them, basically. This one being the most popular one, the Helium miner, this one right here. And then you can become a part of the node. So being a part of the node for the Helium network is basically creating like a small little network. You connect to different nodes and they pay you out in Helium. So, like I said again, the purpose of you becoming a node, besides getting rewards in Helium, which will be an HNT, which you can set up through your wallet. You will also be able to help others get their contracts passed through. And so, depending on where you're at, your location wise, you may get more Helium out than other places, because the larger the node, or the larger the city, there may be more nodes present, and then you are just basically helping to build the network. But they do pay you out in HNT, which is a great way to make some passive income. So you becoming a node, don't think that, hey, I'm going to become a node and this is just pointless. They actually pay you out in different cryptocurrencies. So Chainlink, they'll pay you out in Link, and then Helium, they'll pay you out in Helium, which is HNT. But ultimately, what you're trying to do is to help um, provide a secure network for more smart contracts to go through, which in turn will help a lot of different contracts go through the network. And also, if you can continue to build out this network and there are enough nodes present, then you could see gas prices potentially going down at some point in time. So I think having different miners, whether it's a Helium miner or you're joining the Chainlink network, I think ultimately the goal is to help um, build this Web 3.0 framework. So when people talk about Web 3.0, it still is a long way to go because they're still building out the infrastructure as far as building these different nodes, having people become nodes so that all these smart contracts can go through, and then Web 3.0 can build on top of that. So hopefully this video kind of helped open your eyes to Web 3.0. I think it's inevitably going to be here, but you can join and be a part of it. I know a lot of millennials like myself definitely missed the beginning of the .com boom, and so we were basically still in school or still young when that .com boom happened. But I think now is a great time to be able to jump into Web 3.0. So hopefully this video helped you all, and see you guys next time. Peace.